Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, guys. Today we're going to talk about the difference between objectivity and an objective claim. Okay, so here we have John Calvin, we have Sheikh Uthman bin Farouk, we have even Ibn Kathir and Erasmus, all these people. I'll show you how it's very difficult to move from objectivity, from an objective claim to objectivity. So take, for instance, look at John Calvin. Look at what he's saying here. A dog barks when his master is attacked. I would be a coward if I saw that God's truth is attacked and yet remain silent. See, he's presupposing that he knows what God's truth is, and with that, he's going to attack people when they speak against that. The problem is, what if he's the one that doesn't know God's truth? What if those people are saying the truth and he's speaking against them? This is one of the problems. It's a double-edged claim. You are saying people are attacking God's truth while you can be the one that is actually not knowing the truth. Okay, so this is the first example. Next example was Sheikh Uthman ibn Farouk. Look at what he said here. When you speak the truth, then someone somewhere is going to get offended, but you should speak the truth regardless. Now, he's saying this, presupposing that he has the truth, and therefore, when he says it, people are getting offended. Now, think about someone that is a heretic. If a heretic said this, wouldn't you say, you don't know what you're saying, so therefore, we have to correct you. We are not getting offended because what you're saying is actually wrong, right? That's what you will say. So, Sheikh Uthman bin Farouk, for instance, is Athari. When the Asharis see him say things, they will say, why are you saying this? So, the problem is that what he is saying that is true might not be something that is actually true. It's an objective claim to truth, whereas you might not be the one, you might be the one that doesn't actually have access to the truth. Okay, so this is another example of double-edged claims. When you say something and it might actually refer to you, it's like saying people lie. Why can't you be lying? Okay. Okay, so then we talk about the paradox of dogmatism. The paradox of dogmatism is this. If I know a statement P to be true, then any evidence against it is misguidance. See, if I know a statement P to be true, then any evidence against it is misguidance. The premise 2 says, I should disregard any misguided evidence. And the premise 3 says, if P is known, then all evidence against it can be disregarded. Conclusion. Once I know P, I can never change my mind. So this is the paradox of dogmatism. That once you know that a claim is true, then any evidence will just be misguidance. So now, if everyone believes this, you can already see the problem. Nobody will change their mind on anything. Because once they know that something is true, if someone is a Christian and he knows that Christianity is the true, or if someone is a Muslim, he knows that Islam is the true, then they will never change their mind. Because any change from the path of truth is misguidance. Now, I make a case of Islam and Christianity. Go into Christianity. Is Orthodoxy true? Is Catholicism true? You will see like all of them want to claim that it is true, and to change their mind will never happen. That's the paradox of dogmatism. Now, there's this quote from Desiderius Erasmus. Okay, he said, man's mind is so formed that it is far more susceptible to falsehood than truth. The thing is, look at him, he's saying this. Why? Do you know that, like, I think there's one thing. The easiest way to claim that you have the truth is to say that people lie. Just say that. People will not ever think like, what if you are the one that is lying? Okay? Why are you saying people's mind are susceptible to falsehood than truth? What about you? What about your own mind? Okay? What if your own mind is susceptible to falsehood? It applies to you too. Okay? So many of these grandiose claims, and you see this a lot in all this motivation. That's why some people don't like motivation quotes, because it's always weird. Like, it doesn't cover a lot of things. But anyway, I'm not attacking anybody. By the way, in this video, I'm not attacking them, because I'm just showing you that making a truth claim, it doesn't mean what you're saying is the truth. Now, this is the last example from Imam Ibn Kathir, rahimahullah. He said, the people of Sunnah do not have any madhab except for following the truth. They revolve with it anyhow it revolves. Think about that. And then you have all the other great scholars in Islam that believe you have to have a madhab, okay? And they follow madhabs. Are they not the people of Sunnah? So he's presupposing that he's a person of Sunnah and he's following the truth. See, he said, except for following the truth. They don't follow except for following the truth. They revolved it anyhow it revolves. This claim, you can already see how it can be used by anybody. Imagine someone that doesn't have a madhab, he doesn't even listen to any scholar. He can just say that, I'm just following the truth. Because you have to presuppose that you have the truth already to make this kind of thing. You have to demonstrate that everybody has access to that truth and it's self-evident. Because if you don't do that, people will disagree with you and this claim will not work. It's a double-edged claim. And you see this a lot. Don't ever be swayed, because this is what happens when you go and listen to one camp. You seem to be convinced by them, and then you come back to the other camp and they make claims too, and you seem to be convinced and you're confused. What's going on here? This is the reason. They are all claiming truth, but that truth is not clear. It's not self-evident. It's not something that can be demonstrated. So that's why there's a lot of claims like this. John Calvin, if you come to John Calvin and you tell him that God is not the Trinity, he would think you are attacking God's truth, and he has to respond. Like when someone is attacking, a dog responds to when someone attacks his master. So you cannot blame him, but this is the reality. He's thinking that he already has the truth, and anyone coming to say, John Calvin's time, they literally put someone to death for denying the Trinity. Imagine that. You as a Muslim, you think denying the Trinity is true. That is the true thing to do. But according to John Calvin's understanding, and with the paradox of dogmatism, you can already see why he will never change his mind. Now, this idea that I just put out there, you will find it in Islam, in anywhere. It's not just Islam, by the way. In anywhere, people are talking about knowledge, people are talking about truth or something like this. Making an objective claim is not the same as objectivity. Making a truth claim is not the same as truth itself. You have to demonstrate that. There has to be a process of verification and validation. In another video, I'll talk about this process of verification and validation more. And I hope you benefit from this video. Let me see what you think in the comment section. See you guys later. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.